Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and this is a commentary 1 versus 1 between Soul Invictus and I. I'm Pontus, he's Massalia. Um, he's been crushing me lately again, so I thought I'd try again. So this was an experiment of an army. I was running out of ideas, so I basically threw together everything I could think of, and this is, what came out. So my biggest fear immediately was the fact that I saw 4 Tarantine Cav, and no, those are not 2 Horse Archers you're watching. Those are 2 Skirmish Cav. The idea, or Horse Skirmishers, the idea with these is they have high Javelin damage, so I thought they would be better than Horse Archers for, skirmish fights and also harassing cavalry or infantry, but, as you can see, I have to deal with 4 Tarantine Cav. They're basically useless. So, what do I have? I have 3 Hoplites, 3 Slingers, 2 Celtic Warriors, 3 Cappadocians, 1 Pontic Royal, 2 Horse Skirmishers, 2 Thereo Spears, 2 Pontic Swords, and 2 Peltis. So, I really didn't know. By the way, this is starting off with a blast. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to pin him down with my Horse Skirmishers, but these guys are paper thin, and if you touch them, they die. So I lose both units right away. Now I do get a lot of kills on that Tarantine. I actually kill a lot of it, and I am getting shot. So I do lose 2 Horse Skirmishers for what? 30 Tarantine Cav, 40. Less, oh, actually, crap, that one's down to 67, that one's down to 44, so it wasn't an even exchange by any means, but, and then I just sacrificed them because I was like, whatever, I don't even want to micro these guys. So yeah, it wasn't an even exchange, but it wasn't a terrible exchange to the point that I was angry about it. I was upset because now I had nothing to protect my flank with, even though, what, Horse Skirmishers really don't do a whole lot anyway, but sorry for that. Hold on a minute. Let's silence this because somebody is going on a rant and I don't want to listen to it. Okay. So it wasn't a terrible exchange because this one's down to 42, this one's down to 66. It's obviously Tarantine Cav are more valuable than, now he gets really close here and I think I do engage him. Tarantine Cav are more valuable than Horse Skirmishers, but losing 2 entire Cav units off the bat that are kind of overpriced isn't the greatest, and I also get Javelin here. So that was not fun to start off with. Now, I was like so confused as to what the hell to do. This was the first time I used this army. I didn't know what I was doing, basically, so I thought, you know what, maybe I'll put this small unit here that I made in front of my army. Then I was like, no, that's not gonna work because then he'll just surround it. So I'll put it over here and basically whatever happens. So then I am able to engage him again here. So I am killing a lot of the Tarantines, as many as I can, and I am getting actually pretty good exchanges here. The thing is, Pontic Cappadocians are only heavy. These guys are medium, so this isn't Horse Archer style play. You have to be very careful with Tarantines as they can get caught much easier. Also, I do get some good shots on them there, so I was kind of coming out of that terrible start. My main what's it called? My main concern was him getting my general, because Pontic Royal Cav are again very exposed to javelins. Frankly, I don't even know why I use this unit. I hate it so much. It dies so fast. At least in my opinion, they always seem to die fast, but I am probably one of the most reckless players currently. Getting javelined again, we're kind of just exchanging fire here. And then I can see he's trying to go for a surround on my slinger here, and I was like, alright, let's let him, because I got an idea. I'm going to let him surround my slinger, I'm going to move this cav unit up, and I'm going to turn this Celtic sword around. And if I can get a javelin volley off, then it'll be worth it. So I charge that unit. Frickin' Celtic swords almost doomed me here. Mercenaries, never trustworthy, but look at that. Oh my gosh. 12 of them. That's actually a lot. And they're getting shot, so I am basically now coming back from the debacle at the start. Lost an Eastern Slinger, but he'll come back later, and I did finish off that Tarantine Cav, so that wasn't the worst. Now he didn't realize my slingers were turned around, and I am able to get more shots on him, so I was pretty happy with that. So, like I said, I'm kind of coming out of it. It wasn't a good start by any means, but I definitely avenged myself. And now, I'm trying to figure out how to square up against this army, because I want to lead with the left and defend with the right, which is like the complete opposite of what Alexander the Great did, but you get me here. I was definitely confused as to what to do, because again, I just threw this army together and I really didn't know what I was doing. But I knew that I wanted to attack with this flank, because it's filled with javelins, and you're a nut if you want to engage that. So, things go a bit better for me here than I expected. He gets into the slinger, but that was kind of a mistake. I'm going to finish off this Terrantine Cav. Now here, this is smart. What he's doing is he's distracting me here. And I obviously knew this was happening, but I wanted to get these kills as quickly as I could and then run away. He wants to pin these units down and take advantage of it and use his Hippeus Lancer to lead an attack. And look, just as I say that, here comes the Hippeus Lancer. Here comes the Axe Warriors. He wants to immediately take advantage of the fact that there's no cav here, and the cav that is here is engaged. He's leading with the Axe Warrior and the Hippeus. He wants to charge this Hoplite, and I basically said no, that's not happening again. It's happened way too many times to me, so I've learned my lesson. Now, at the same time, as that's happening, I don't know if he thought he could get a Javelin Volley off and run away against the Thraeus Spears, but he gets the Javelin Volley off, yes. But here's the thing, the Thraeus Spear, I can afford to lose that, and you can see I kind of panicked, but then I'm like, no, wait, I want this. This is exactly what I'm going for. I'm going to double team the Axe Warrior with the Thraeus and the Pontic Sword, and then I'm going to run away on that side. I'm going to use the remainder of that Cappadocian to finish that Terrantine off, which was actually losing to my Slinger in melee. I really don't know how. So, I charge him with the Thraeus just to get him in combat, and now I'm going to run away. And I'm going to switch with the Pontic Sword. So this Axe Warrior will get absolutely wrecked now, because it didn't get a charge on the Pontic Sword, and it's going to try and run through against the Thraeus Spear. So that's a fight that I want, and this is exactly how I wanted to start this. It couldn't have been better. And now you can see I've got all these Javelin units here. I have 2 Thraeus Spears and 2 Peltas. That's actually a lot. And now I'm going to start using that to my advantage. Immediately, I start firing on the Axe Warrior. Even though I just don't need it, I want the added benefit of it. And then, obviously, my units were all on fire at will, so they all started shooting at this one Axe Warrior. I definitely went overboard with the Javelins for a second. And now I'm coming out with that flank, and what he wants to do is he wants to put ultimate pressure on this one side here. He comes up with his cab, but I think he gets a little, he realizes that that'd be disaster because of the Peltist and the Thraeus Spears, so I am able to shoot him a little bit there. He gets, clipped here on the Pontic Sword. Now he's going to do the same thing that I just did. He's going to switch out his Axe Warriors, which is a smart move. It keeps this one alive, and this one will have a more even fight. Then I'm going to come up here with my Peltas and start shooting that Thorax Sword. I'm going to redeploy the Thraeus Spear to cover this flank, and same with the Cavalry. But here I make a big mistake, so I should have immediately charged that Pontic Sword into that Thorax Sword. I didn't. I really don't know why. I guess I just kind of wanted him at bay for as long as possible, and so that kind of backfired a little bit. We're shooting each other here with our Thraeus Spears, or he's trying to shoot my Cav actually, which is smart. I'm going to move him back over there though. Still pushing with this flank, and now I'm like, alright, why am I not moving? Like, why didn't I charge this Thorax Sword? Good news is though, he is getting shot by the Peltas, so this unit is already wounded, and I am shooting the unshielded flank. And that does matter, by the way. And you can see, these Peltas are going to start racking up kills. Look at that, look at the kills they're getting. That's the point of having the Peltas mixed with the Thraeus Spears. Now, I make a mistake here. My Thraeus Spears were still in melee mode, so they're going to charge that, which isn't good. This Thorax Sword is already down by 30 men, and you know, he's going to double team me, which is smart, but I'm going to throw my Cav into that fight, square up with the Thraeus Spear on that flank. Now, I realize too much of my army is over here, and too much of his army is over here, so I need to get units from this side over to here as quickly as possible. And I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to also charge forward as quickly as I can. Again, I am shooting the crap out of this Axe Warrior, so anything he brings up into this area is just going to get shot. His Celtic Slingers are kind of getting close there, so I am charging the Cappadocian there just to help out as much as I can. He's going to try and outflank and get into my Peltas. This would be disaster, because I need these units for as long as possible. He's going to try and outflank me, but realizes that if he does charge that Peltist, he's going to lose this Hippeus, and it's not worth it. So he's going to get out of there. I'm going to shoot him a little bit. Let's put this on play now. I am obviously targeting into both those units. You can see they're both losing here. They're both going to take a lot of damage now. He just charged with the Thraeus Spear, which is fine. I'll just square him up again. Cappadocian is warding off that unit. I do charge again because I see another unit coming in here. I just want to pin it all down. I used the precision shot, and I am going to shoot into all of that. So that's a good match for me. I got what 2 units here. holding down 3, so that's really nice. Got that unit squared. Now he does come in here again because I forgot about the fact that I was leaving my rear open. He does come in here, but I am going to engage this because I thought, you know what, I got the Peltus there, I got the Therato Spear, I'll be fine, but, well, no, that's not the case. He's got 2 Slingers and a Massilian Therato Spear. I am not going to be fine in this fight. But I will take down a lot of the Hippeus Lancers with me, but that Cappadocian is basically dead now. And I am immediately recalling that unit, pulling over a damaged, the damaged Cappadocian, and I'm still trying to get my army up here to catch up with him. His Axe Warrior is going to rout in a minute, and I'll have freedom to push into here. His Hippeus is all the way down to 43, so that wasn't a terrible exchange. It wasn't the greatest. I am going to charge this Therato Spear with my Cappadocian and shoot it at the same time. That's fine by me. I have this unit covering, and I am going to charge that, well, I was supposed to charge it, but I lost my micro again. Turning the Peltus onto whatever is left in here, though that was kind of a waste, but at this point they were basically out of ammo. He's going to run up here and throw a Javelin Volley on me, really devastating. That sucked badly, but I am going to quickly turn on him and double team him. Going to charge me there. We're in... Gosh, so much is happening. This was hard to micro. He's going to throw in an Axe Warrior and Thorax Sword against a Celtic Warrior and a Hoplite. That's fine. I'm going to try and cycle charge the Celtic Warrior at this point. And then, so he's got me pinned down here, but the Therato Spear is capable. It can take on 27 Hippeus Lancers. I've got that Therato Spear holding back his, and then I'm double teaming this Terrantine Cav here, but this is a mistake because now he's got the Massilian Therato Spear, so you can just see he's got me outmatched on this flank at this point. He's broken through and he's able to get a handle on my units. I am running in everything against this flank now. His Axe Warrior is targeting on the Celtic, and then the Celtic is targeting on the Hoplite. I saw that, and I basically did the opposite of what he did, purposefully, because we were going to get different charges and different outcomes, and I just wanted to see if maybe mis-targeting would actually give me an advantage in that fight. He's going to charge my general. I will click at the last second there. Over here, he's got his Axe Warrior in the fight. This Hippeus Lancer is now dead, though, and I am going to charge both my Peltus into there. I am charging the Therato Spear, too, with my Cappadocian. This Cappadocian here is finishing off the Terrantine. This Celtic Warrior is about to break. Here comes his general, though, and that is a deadly Massilian Hoplite. I do not want to be fighting that. He is about to break that unit, so the Peltus will be going in. I'm going to try and get my 2 very damaged Pontic Swordsmen out of there. They've done a great job, though. I am surrounding the Hippeus Lancer because I did not want to lose my general. This would have sucked so badly. So, I have a debate here, basically, to either bring my general out and risk casualties or leave him in and risk him dying. I decided to run him away, which was a mistake. You'll see that in a second. And now I think we can play it again. He is throwing in an Axe Warrior to back up that Thorax Swordsman. And I am still trying to cycle charge the Celtic Warriors as much as possible. Here I run my general away. I get my Celtic Warrior battle rhythm. I just wanted to kill him as quickly as possible, targeting my slingers to help out with that fight too. And now I'm shooting his general. Basically, last Cappadocians over here are going to perish. I was hoping my 2 Peltus together would finish off that Axe Warrior, but that is not the case. They were tired from that precision shot, which I shouldn't have used. Over here, my general is down to 42. He'll lose this Hippeus Lancer, but my general will die in the process of killing it, so that sucked. Good news, though, I am going to be able to charge this Massilian and get him, basically scare him off. I'll actually have to engage the Thorax Sword. He made a mistake and accidentally pulled through while trying to outflank me. That sucks when that happens, and now his unit just took a bunch of extra damage. So my general's dead now. I still have a lot left, though, and I don't think my units are going to start routing. Forgot about the Slinger, by the way, and I will charge him over in a second. I've got this one crappy Cappadocian left, or depleted Cappadocian. Now you can see when my general dies, bad stuff is going to start happening. My morale is just going to take a deep dive, and my Pontic Peltus are just going to freaking lose it. They're very tired. They're losing the combat. They actually weren't, but they rout anyway, so I think if my general had survived, these 2 units would have probably stayed alive and not broke, but that's just a speculation. I lose that Cappadocian. I'm going to charge my general over here to try and save my Slinger because it's basically my best unit at this point. I think I do actually clip the unit and force him to fight. No, I don't. Actually, he just runs away. No, I do. He tried to run behind his Therato Spear, but it didn't work. So now I'm basically putting all the focus on his general. If I can kill him, maybe I thought I could even this out. And look at this, 2 Hoplites, pretty healthy too, 62. Is it just 1? 62 and 61 break off the field. That would not have happened if my general wasn't dead. That sucked, because that really screwed up my line. Those were the holding units, basically. So I thought in my head, maybe if I can kill that general, I could possibly even this out. But that's wishful thinking, basically. Because even then, what do I have left? A Hoplite of 78, 2 Celtic warriors that are losing their fights. Well, actually, that one's winning, but it's going to be losing in a second. Do get the last Tarantine Cav there. And I'm just going to sacrifice my general by charging him into this, or my general's unit, by charging him into this Thrail Spear here. Although I do pull him out as quickly as possible. Just wanted to get some extra casualties there. Pontus is about to break, so my line is thinning out here, and it's not looking good for me. And then he shoots the Hoplite, which just ruins its morale, and he breaks in a second. So I do make a suicidal charge here with my general. I wanted to try and charge his slingers. Well, I got absolutely torn apart by those javelins. Look at that. That sucked. So we're getting in here. I think the unit breaks as it touches the slinger. Yeah, there it goes. Well, at least it got a charge and maybe killed a little. So at this point, it's basically his general, or not his general charging my slingers here, which he does break one, but I actually do kill his general in a second. I think it's dead right now. Is it? Yeah, his general's dead. So I did kill it, which was, I guess, a little bit reassuring. I tried to charge my Celtic warrior into that axe warrior, but he's not going to let that happen. My slinger routs his general unit, and I was like, what? How did that happen? So I'm basically getting a bunch of extra kills on his guys here, but nothing that's going to change the game. If I had maybe one little bit of a cav unit left, I could have done something, but that turns out a lot closer than I thought it was going to. Honestly, the army I used was completely wacky and weird, and if I put a little bit more effort into it, I think I could have pulled that out, but I didn't, sadly. But look at the kills, and look at the losses. That's extremely even, especially since that start was kind of pitiful. So, for my general, he did pretty good. He got a chevron and 103 kills. Cappadocians, though, not doing the greatest, although this one did get 109 and a chevron. Horse skirmishers, nothing really interesting with them. Slingers, though, freaking pumping out the kills there. That was more luck, but still, 160 and 143. Then the one Pontic Peltis did great, the other one did mediocre. Again, they routed, look at how many men they had left, and they broke off the field. So, Hoplite's not doing bad, this is expected for their kills. Celtic warriors, though, MVPs of the army, getting tons of kills. And then the Pontic swords, they did good too, and the Thrail spears, they did alright. So, I think Massalia and Pontus is a very even matchup, actually. So, Massalia's general, he did well, 126 kills. And then his army's like all weird here. He has these weird deployments. We both do not play normally at all. So 2 of his axe warriors not doing the greatest. Well, 3 of them actually. This one though, 240 freaking 5 kills is a lot. Thorax sword's not doing the greatest, and that is just a testament to how many javelins I had on the field. I have 4 javelin units here. It's actually a lot, and they were in the same area, so think of 4 javelin units shooting at the same time. That's gonna end badly for whoever's on the other side. Celtic warriors not the greatest, but not the worst. Actually, 103 and 73, considering what they were fighting, actually is pretty good. Celtic Slayer is doing really good. 160 kills. Actually, hey, these units got even kills. They both got 160 in one chevron. That's cool. This one got 90. And then the Massalia Thrail Spear is doing great, actually. 100, 104, 153. And those are on good kills, actually. Good cav units. Hippeus Lancers, though, these units, just like the Pontic Royal Cav, they're kind of crappy. But, I mean, what are you going to bring? Hippeus Lancers or Massilian Cavalry? I'd probably take the Massilian Cavalry, actually. But you have so much money left over, that's not even worth it. So you might as well take the Hippeus Lancers. Tarantine Cav, actually, 35 and 40 kills isn't the greatest, but 149 is good and 72 is good. Especially since, if you combine these units, they did kill a lot of my Cav units, which sucked. Or not a lot of my Cav units, but they damaged my Pontic Cappadocian. And they also routed a slinger and then killed the horse skirmishers. So this army I created here, I definitely want to build off it because I think it could be useful. I think it could be good, basically. I wish Pontus had militia hoplites and not freaking Eastern spearmen, because if you have militia hoplites, they'll just give you more money and room to make your army better. Pontus kind of sucks, though, all around as a faction. I'm just kidding. They have really good units, but you just gotta kind of make unorthodox armies for them to work, so hopefully I can come up with something. I actually did like the way this army performed, though. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next video. Hope you had a good new year. Goodbye.